Hi guys, this is your reading for Saturday the 21st of April. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm using the Green Witch Tarot. And let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of. So we have the Ten of Athames, we have the Knight of Chalices, and we have the King of Pentacles. Okay. So the Ten of Athames is the Ten of Swords. It indicates feeling negative about certain things in life and really hitting rock bottom. In this case, we've got a young witch who is experiencing negative things in her life. But rather than be beaten by them, she's decided to make a magic circle out in nature to keep out negative forces. She's got this root which she's going to throw in the cauldron and which is going to create magic. And a root is always something that connects with the soil for nourishment and stability. And then it grows into something wonderful and new and exciting in that person's life. So you're coming out of a cycle of things being negative or challenging in terms of your ideas and thoughts. Maybe anxiety or fear has been floating around, and you now take your power back today and you decide to take this negative energy and to transform it into something magical and to transform it into something that's going to grow in your future. So it's interesting that I use this deck for today because the Ten of Athames is not depicted in this way in most of the other tarot decks. In most of the other tarot decks, it's much more a card which places you in a victim position, and it doesn't give you as much agency or initiative, because this is a woman who's a survivor. She doesn't just let herself be stabbed by all these swords. She uses them to protect herself and to create magic, which is going to make new beginnings happen in her life. So she's very wise. So you're under the umbrella of this wise young witch today. And if anything negative occurs, you have the means and the magic to transform that from negative into positive. So negative communication, you can easily laugh it off or even get a great idea from it to do something great with it. Like if someone insults you, for instance, and says something about your skin, then that might prompt you to come up with a foundation which covers blemishes in a way that no other foundation does, and you're turning something negative into an empire and something which really ends up serving you. So that's what you have the ability to do today. You're a bit of an alchemist, and you have the ability to turn the tragic into magic. Then we've got the Knight of Chalices. The Knight of Chalices is Romeo. He's very loving. He's got his horse covered in flowers. He creates beauty. He's someone who's really nice to have around. He expresses his feelings. He expresses his love. He wants to get married and walk through this doorway into a more committed life. He wants to have a ceremony. We've got a stork there, so the idea of babies and starting a family and really presenting someone with this trophy, his love being a trophy because he is a catch. He is someone worth having in life. The only thing with the Knight of Chalices, because all knights are extreme, he's extreme in his affections, but also he can be a little bit emotionally immature sometimes. So you may be facing that today, that someone says something negative to you, not because they're malicious or because they are deliberately being mean, but just because they don't know any better, and it comes from a place of ignorance, and there is genuine caring. And because you're in this empowered position today, you don't need to take things so personally, and you can laugh them off and you can transform them into something positive. So today, there's a wonderful chance for new relationships forming. You're in a much more forgiving mood than you usually are. You're going to be very unjudgmental. You're going to be in situations with other people where you give people the benefit of the doubt. You don't judge or condemn people easily today, and you're very thoughtful, and you are able to let things go quite easily and focus more on the emotional side of things. So with that said, it's a great time to spend with friends and family today, and to really enjoy socializing, because you're going to have a good time and you're going to be able to experience feelings of love and intimacy and being close to people and enjoying that. Finally, we've got the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is the master of the suit of Pentacles, which is money, physical belongings, health, and a beautiful structured home environment. He's got all of that. So money isn't going to be your big concern today. Money is going to take care of itself. You have enough money to do the things that you want today. You have a lot to be grateful for. You've got a home. You may have a beautiful garden with flowers. You may have some assets and maybe even some savings in the bank. Physically, you may be a little bit overweight. No one is ever perfect in terms of their health, really. We're never 100%. Part of the human condition is that we're all unhealed, and that's normal. We're always unhealed in some way. So he happens to be maybe he may have a little bit of high blood pressure, but overall, in terms of his health, he's in great shape and he can enjoy the fruits of his labor, because the King of Pentacles works for his own money. He is abundant because of listening to his own guidance and doing something that he cares about. So the combination of these three cards is basically your home life and your working life is settled enough today that you can take some time off, and that you can delve into the emotional side of things, and that you can get really closer to people and bond with them and deepen your relationships. And that way you can turn tragic and difficult things in your life into magical, wonderful, beautiful things that make you feel good and that add more positive relationships to your life. So there is the possibility for love and romance in the air today, but there's also just the possibility to have fun and to transform negative relationships into positive ones, to bond and to connect and socialize and to enjoy the day and to enjoy other people. Number-wise, we've got 10 and 1 is 11, and another 1 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3, and 3 in numerology is communication. So communicate with other people in your life, you're really going to enjoy it. And new beginnings, a fresh start. So it can be a fresh start in terms of a romantic relationship, or a fresh start in an existing relationship which hasn't been so positive, but which you're now transforming and it's growing into something better. So it looks like a very positive day to just take some time off and enjoy other people. If you would like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. And in my readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. I combine them all. The astrology charts in particular, I draw up by using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, I can use sunrise, or I can rectify your chart. That's a separate process where I can find out your time of birth. If you're interested in that, then email me to find out more about those details. Once I have the blueprint of your chart in front of me, I can really look at where you were in past lifetimes, why you've come into this lifetime, and what your life purpose is, what you're going to be good at vocationally, and what's destined for you in love, career, health, and relationships, spiritual progress. I can also look at what's coming up in future in each one of those areas, and I can also check where the best place for you to live is, when the best time is to move, and that I look at by using the astrocartography, which is a really wonderful tool. So if you're interested in any of those things, then get in touch with me for a private reading, gregoryscott.com. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.